Hi, my name is Ashley, and today I will be talking to you about someone that is very special to me, someone who means a lot to me. We all have that one person, and for me, that would be my mother in law. She has helped me some of the toughest times of my life. Whenever I did not think that I could put one foot in front of the other, I'm telling you, she was there for me. She came through every time. She and I met 17 years ago when her son and I started dating, and my parents and I were really not getting along. They were making some really poor decisions, and she stepped up and assumed that motherly role for me. She started out kind of like I did, came from a very poor family, and she knew the only way out was for her to excel in school. She actually got some scholarships, went to a local community college. There she met her first husband. They were married for 8 years. During that time, they had one son. They ended up separating or divorcing, and she was a single mom. She worked 40 hours a week at a local hospital, night shift, and she just knew that that just wasn't going to work for her. She knew she wanted more for herself and for her child. So she decided to go back to school. She got her Bachelor of Science in Nursing from a local four-year university, and she did all that while working 40 hours a week and a single mother. She didn't really have a lot of help. Her parents lived in a different city, so it was just up to her. And she knew that she had to do it not only for herself, but for her son. So while there at the hospital, she met her second husband. He was a very well-known physician, and they really bonded, and they dated for 8 years. After those 8 years, they decided to get married. They were married for 27 years, and the last 5 years of his life were very it was very hard for her. He ended up developing Parkinson's disease, and he was bedridden for the last 2 years of his life. She assumed that caregiver role, and her life completely stopped. She knew that it was her job as a wife to take care of him and provide the care to him that he would for his patients, and that she wanted him to have. So she did just that. She paid someone to come in, and they provided care for him around the clock, 24/7. She was there. She was always there, always making decisions for him, always doing what was best for him, taking him to the doctor, making sure he had the best food. She was always there, just doing everything she could. He later lost his battle with Parkinson's, and she was just, it was very hard for her. It was very hard. She lost her companion, and she was just trying to figure out what to do next. Her son and I both were there for her. We just talked and did what we could, and we told her, we were like, Mom, the best thing for you to do is focus on yourself for once, and then, just if you want to start dating, that's fine. She could not even begin to think of dating anyone else. However, 4 years later, she met a very nice man. He lost his wife from cancer, and they just bonded as well, and now they're still together, not married. Both of them really don't want to get married, but they're together, and I'm really glad she found a companion, because we all need somebody. But she overcame so many obstacles in her life. She really had to do it for herself. She didn't have anybody financially to guide her, and not really guide her, but anybody to help her and pave the way for her. She had to do it for herself, like a lot of us do. Sometimes we think life's easy, and we think we have it rough, but there's always somebody who's got it worse. And she just overcame so many obstacles. She did it for herself and for her son. And I just thought to myself, if she can do it, I can. So that's kind of the reason why I decided. I started out as a CNA, got my LPN, then ended up going back to school and getting my RN while working full-time, and now I'm working on my BSN. But she's been my admiration. I admire her and the will she had, so that's kind of where I am today, following in her footsteps. And with that being said, I will conclude my speech, and hope you all have a good night. Thanks.